Hey everybody, Cheryl made a 3-shift recipe the other night that I just demanded that she make again. Okay, well, you don't really demand anything of your wife if you're smart, but I begged and pleaded that she make it again so that we could film it so that I could show it to you guys. It was simple and fantastic, and I think you're gonna love it.
So we've been super busy getting ready for Daphne's birthday, so tonight is going to be simple, quick dinner we're going to share with you guys. So first I'm going to put the burner on medium heat, probably about 7. Mine goes to 10, so I'm going to put it about 7. And I'm just going to take this ground turkey breakfast sausage, nice and low fat, and just brown it in the frying pan first. Or begin to brown it. You can also use onions. Put a tiny bit of oil in the bottom of the pan, a little avocado oil, and brown the onion a little bit if you want to chop onions and put it in, but I'm going to use green onions in this because I can just make it that much more low fat. So the turkey breakfast sausage is already seasoned a little bit, but I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning because we're going to add a bunch of goodness and gravies, and it's just going to need some more flavor to it. You can kind of go whatever way you want with this as far as flavor goes. I'm going to do kind of more of a Mexican flavor because that's kind of what our family tends to like more. So you can do all kinds of different flavors. You can put Italian spin on it, or you can do make it taste more like breakfast, but we're going to do more of a Mexican flavor because that's what we like. I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons of cumin. About a half a teaspoon of chili powder, about a half a teaspoon of paprika, a quarter to half a teaspoon of garlic salt. You don't like as much garlic, but it gives it some good flavor. Now I am going to add green onions at the end. Chopped green onions will give it a little flavor, a little different flavor, but I'm going to do still about a half a teaspoon of onion powder as well. Just going to give this a good chop, kind of stir this up a little bit and make sure I get the sausage browned evenly. I like to make sure there's not too big of pieces as well. Okay, so the turkey sausage isn't quite done browning yet all the way, but it's mostly done. So now I'm going to add in, I'm going to chop up a couple of red bell peppers and add them to it. So I added in the bell peppers. I'm going to just give it a quick stir and maybe turn down the heat to 5. I'm going to let those cook until these bell peppers get a little more tender. So now I'm going to start preparing the gravy, or the sauce that we're going to put on this that will thicken into a gravy. I'm going to use everything in this glass measuring cup. I'm going to put everything in, mix it well together before I pour it over the sausage. I'm going to use about a cup of yogurt.
Fat-free yogurt, right?
Yep, fat-free yogurt.
Since this is a 3-shift dish.
So now I'm going to add in with the yogurt a cup of beef broth and about 2 tablespoons of arrowroot starch. And if you don't have a little whisk, that's fine, but you can use a fork, works just as well. But I'm going to mix all this together. That arrowroot starch needs to break up and blend in with this sauce before you pour it over the sausage. If you don't do that, you're going to get clumps in your gravy, and you don't want lumps of arrowroot starch. So just a quick whisk to kind of bring all this together. I'm going to give the sausage one quick stir. Again, our bell peppers are looking nice and not too tender and mushy, but not crunchy either. Now I'm going to pour our gravy over this here. And we're just going to let this simmer. As it simmers, it will thicken with that arrowroot starch. And you can add a little bit. I like to, at this point, after I get that in there, I like to add just a little bit of pepper. I like a little more pepper in my gravy. Just going to let it sit, and it's going to start to bubble in a minute, and we're going to let it set and simmer. And while that is happening, while it's thickening, we're going to put in this cilantro as well. Maybe 3/4 of a cup of cilantro. And I'm also going to dice up those green onions at this time, and we'll mix it in. They don't have to be in as long as the peppers. You don't really want them to get mushy or actually cook them, but they will need to give the dish a little bit of flavor. So I'm gonna cut those up and put them in now. We'll mix it all together and let it simmer and thicken for just a little bit. Oh, now I've got about 3 green onions chopped up. I'm just gonna add them to this as well. We're gonna give it a quick stir. It's already starting to kind of thicken in here. I might turn it down to about 3 just so it gives a nice low simmer as it thickens. You can see it's starting to get nice and thick and gooey like gravy should be. I'm gonna let this cook on low, blending these flavors together for probably 3 to 5 minutes.
As soon as that awesomeness thickens up, we're gonna pour them over the mashed potatoes that we showed you how to make in that video right up there. If you just wanna click on that link, and we're just about ready to show you the finished product.
Okay, it looks like everything's done now, and I've gone ahead and dished up 2 different bowls here. This is Jason's size, and this is my size. He eats closer to 2, maybe 3 portions. That's about 2 portions. And then I put a little dip in the middle, a little well in the center of the mashed potatoes so that it just helps to hold the
just like you do with your
gravy in there.
Gravy at Thanksgiving.
Right. So we're just gonna scoop some of this on. And there you go. That's my size, Mama Bear size, and there's his, and we're ready to eat.
All right, guys, I'm gonna chow down. The whole recipe will be down in the description. If you have any questions about Alt Shift, you can click that link right up there. And as usual, if you have any questions for me or us, go ahead and throw those in the comments down below, and we'll be sure to get to them. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.